Hey guys, this is KON, TDK, Mr. So Real, and in today's video, I guess I'm back. 2 in 1 week.
Yes, May 26th, State of the Game.
Yeah.
It's a slightly different time, obviously, on a launch week for a patch. Some things shift around and that sort of thing. But we are here.
It's the second state of the game of
First
the
time
week.
we've done two states of the games in a week. But
States of the games, yes.
yes,
Alright, so I guess there are two states of the games this week. Yeah, something happened. I guess the servers have been getting shut down a lot this week. I think, as far as I know, we're up to number 4. This is like the fourth time this week. So they're doing a lot of fixes, and that's what this state of the game is about. It's about fixes. So let's take a look and see what they had to talk about first.
today we brought the servers down. We weren't originally planning to. What was the deal there?
Well, we just want to bring the servers down as soon as we have some important fixes that are available. Yeah, the daily missions was obviously a very important one because that's something we announced we fixed already and actually it
Yeah,
didn't work again.
I feel like
so
we've said that before.
yeah, a few times. But yeah, we have a fix now, so yeah, it should be all good.
Okay. Oh my god.
No,
That's happened a few times. No, but this.
No, it should be all good now,
Alright.
and we have the more permanent solution.
Otherwise,
coming,
Yannick's
so
buying the internet pizza.
maybe that's what we should do. But yeah, we thought that was a very important one because yes, obviously people were upset yesterday that the daily missions were not working, which is absolutely understandable. So we thought, you know what, we can do a maintenance to get this fix in, yeah, we're working on all the other fixes. So
I guess the daily missions weren't really working right, or something was going on with the daily missions. Happy they fixed it. The daily missions were a big part of a lot of people's games. People logged on just to do the dailies. So it's good that they fixed a very key and core component of their game. A lot of PvE players really look forward to doing those, probably for Phoenix credits, but it's good that they hurry up and got on fixing that. So good on them for that.
Although a lot of people are, I guess, frustrated with the cleaners in Dark Zone 06 and that sort of thing. But that's good. That's good. It should be. It should be difficult.
they're violent, they're brutal.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Players frustrated from DZ6? Preposterous. I don't really see the big deal. If you're under leveled and the bosses are killing you one shot, you got to start a little bit lower, man. That's just how that is. I think DZ6 being one of the harder areas in the game is a good thing. I think that players who are geared or have decent gear in this, like, I guess 200, I want to say 205 and maybe even up gear score. If you're hitting 205 with a good set, you should be able to get through DZ6 with some difficulty, but you should be able to do it. If it's too hard for you, then you know you can either keep plugging away at it until you get good gear, or play a little bit easier Dark Zone. But I think DZ1 and 2 still give out good stuff. And if you're getting one shot in DZ6, then yeah, it sucks. But the fire, I'm not gonna lie, the fire and the smoke grenades are OP. I mean, they're pretty strong. Do I want them to get nerfed? Maybe not. I mean, I don't mind. Honestly, I don't really mind. I play Dark Souls. I play Demon Souls, Bloodborne, and I love those games. So a little bit of a challenge in this game, I'm totally okay with. That's my opinion. You are entitled to your own. If you like it or don't like it, cool. But I think having a challenge is a good thing.
Yeah, there are two type of gear scores basically in the game. There is like they don't really have a name, so there is the actual gear score that you see on your character when you open your inventory, and this one is based on the items that you have equipped. And then there is a theoretical gear score that is calculated based on the best items you can use from equipment, inventory, and stash. And that one in the patch notes, we said that it was the gear score was only going to take into account the highest equipped weapon. It's actually not equipped. We're fixing the patch notes.
Should be possible.
It's for the theoretical gear score, not the actual gear score that is shown. For the theoretical one, it's going to take the best of each item slot that you have, either again equipped, inventory, or stash, but only the one best weapon, not one best weapon for each slot, just the one best weapon into account, which means that you can't just you can lower your actual gear score by using crap items, but not the theoretical one. The theoretical one is always going to take the best items you could use, even if you're not actually using them.
So the Dark Zone, getting into the Dark Zone and the gear score have been quite controversial the past few weeks. So it's good that they're trying to clarify it, but I think a lot of people are still kind of confused. And if you don't watch these types of videos, you probably won't know why you're thrust into the 200 plus bracket and your gear score is 160 something. I actually got a comment about that earlier this week. So now you know your reason.
The incursion difficulty for Clear Sky. Yes, on hard mode it is, for people who are geared, like Gabe, very easy. It's easy. You can do it quickly. But that I was speaking to some people about it earlier. That's not the regular gamer. Well, not the average player in the division that has that kind of gear.
Yeah.
But it is something that you can dictate the pace of and get through very quickly. That is true if you have good gear, but not probably so much on challenge mode, which comes out next week.
Yeah. Clear Sky challenge mode is coming next week. I think people should be ready for it. The regular hard mode has been cleared in 5 minutes in a speed run. I haven't done it yet. I've been taking my time with it, and I'm not in a rush to blaze through all of the content. I got a month or however long it's going to take for them to put out the new DLC or whatever. So I'm enjoying playing the Dark Zone. I'm enjoying doing the high value target missions. They are a bit grindy, but I mean, I'm in no rush, and I'm looking forward to challenge mode. I'd like to see how it all plays out and what the differences are between challenge and hard mode.
Isaac is now, again, I'm trying to think of a way to say it that's not confusing, but it's now its own weekly assignment. It's not the weekly assignment that you had before, so you still have these weekly assignments, but Isaac is also a separated one now, so with its own reward, which is vanity item and division tech.
Yeah, high-end division tech. Nice.
Yeah, and it starts today because it resets on Thursdays.
Yes, and there's a new video. I guess,
and there's a new episode that is out already, yes.
Nice. Well, that's that. So, I mean, I think it's a beanie today.
Could be.
I think
I don't know.
I saw in the menu that
could be. Yeah.
The Isaac stuff has been updated. If you haven't done any of that yet, I think the first one that I saw was you had to kill 100 purple guys. It wasn't that hard, and you get a hat. The clothes horse says hooray. KON says the hat kind of sucks. I'm hoping that there's a full set that goes along with it. If there is, then cool. I can't wait to see it. I do like the little icon next to the hat. The icon is cool. But yeah, the hat it looks like a dirty old rag. like a dish rag. Like somebody pick up a dish rag. It's like, hey, put that on your head. It's a dish rag. It's ugly. For a lack of better words, that hat is ugly. But I'm hoping that the rest of the set is not as ugly. Okay, so the next section, they are going to go over a list of known issues that they're working on. And it's kind of a long list, so I'm going to let that run and you can kind of see how it goes. But before it all starts, I really just want to say, check if you're interested in this stuff, and the entire list of things is basically like 2 pages on the forum. Check that out. And yeah, it's a pretty extensive list. And if you're having any issues that are not on this list, then you should bring it to their attention. If you are having issues that are on this list, be aware that the issues are known and they are working on them. So some of them will be fixed soon, and others may take a little bit longer. But that list is being updated. So if you're having some kind of really bad problem, check with that list. I guess as much as you can to see if the problem has been fixed or when it may be coming in an update or something, or when they're going to do something about it. But anyway, here's the list of things that they are working on, I guess, right now.
We wanted to give you guys visibility on the known issues that we're working on. Also, if you haven't seen, if you go on the forums, you will see that on the top of the forums, we have a new section called State of the Game, where we actually put the server maintenance, the change logs, and also the known issues. So if you encounter a bug, make sure to visit this section, because this is where we're going to update all the known issues and give you guys visibility on what's the latest status and everything. So we really want to update it as much as possible and give you guys all the visibility. So make sure to visit this part. It's new. We opened it 2 days ago for the update. Part of the issues that we are working on right now, so the WI, obviously.
Yes.
WI is a very big one because, yeah, it's very annoying. You guys have been talking about it a lot. It's one of our top priorities. We have a fix. It's a client fix, but we will be able to deploy it as soon as possible, actually.
Okay.
For this one, we are managing to make an exception. The ETA is probably end of the week. We're going to deploy it separately on all platforms, depending on the approvals that are coming in. So PC and PS4 should come in before the end of the week, and Xbox One probably early next week.
But as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's as soon as possible. Basically, as soon as we get the approval.
We don't need to have downtime for that? People,
no.
Okay, so people just log in or relog, and
there shouldn't be any maintenance for this fix. It's just a client thing, so we're going to deploy it, and that means next time you start the game, you probably will have a small patch. The other one, graphics distortion, we've added this one to the list, so yeah, we're looking into this one. We don't have an ETA yet.
Okay, is that platform specific, or is it?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have it on top of my mind. I can't remember, but this is something that is being looked into because it's been reported by a few people. It might be linked to the WI, but we're not sure.
Okay.
The mark as junk. So some players that are not able to mark their items as junk also being investigated. So yeah, no ETA on this one, but it's also one of the top priorities because it's annoying.
Yes.
That one generated some discussion. Items, dark zone, rank requirement thing. So there were some items that changed rank requirement at the dark zone vendors from 50 to 80.
Yeah.
This is not an engine nerf. This is actually a bug. So this is something that's going to be fixed. We just, I think this one we have the fix. It's going to take a server maintenance, but it's going to be.
But not the server maintenance.
Not this one.
The next one.
But
maybe.
yeah, probably the next one.
Okay.
But this is not an intended change. So don't blame us for Ninja Nerf on this one.
Cool.
One is known. So what's happening with one is known is that we actually did fix the initial bug with it, which was when you were ending up with one bullet and one is known would trigger, you would end up with your weapon jammed. That part is fixed, but now what is happening is that if you reload your weapon exactly at the moment where one is known is triggering, exactly at this moment, you're going to jam your weapon. So it's not as frequent as it was before, but it still can happen. If you're using an assault or like an automatic weapon basically, and you just like keep spamming the reload button, eventually you're going to jam your weapon. So yeah, we're looking into that. We're trying to fix it as well.
You probably aren't using an automatic weapon if you've got one as none running, I would think. But it's
it works. It's pretty good. I mean, it's a good talent. So
it is a super good talent. I use it on my marksman rifle as well.
Yeah, we are looking at that. The Dark Zone 06 teleport thing. So there is an underground area in the Dark Zone 06 where you get teleported to your checkpoint. We have a fix for this one. It's a server fix, so I don't know if it's going to be next server maintenance or maybe the one after, but yeah, we have a fix that is coming. And there is a similar issue with an electronics store.
Yeah, I was in there just before.
I
was just going to say if that's the same issue or not.
It's so it's caused by different things, but it's probably similar. The fix we have is for the Dark Zone 06, but we're going to look into the other ones and see if we can use the same fix or if it's something else. Cool. But yeah, this is in progress. And then the last ones I have, critical search and destroy. So it can happen that when you're doing your search and destroy mission, you always have one zone that is highlighted as a critical one, And sometimes when you keep doing critical search and destroy, eventually your map will no longer show a critical
Yeah,
search and
which
destroy.
isn't intended because there's meant to always be one.
There should be. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's being looked into. We don't really know yet if it's just a display issue or if it's actually that you really don't have critical search and destroy anymore.
Because I think yesterday I had I did a couple, two or three before I had the issue, but this morning I didn't have it. So
Yeah, that depends. I experienced it myself when I was playing. The first time I played, after 2 or 3, I had it, and then yesterday I played. I did a bunch of them. I didn't experience the issue. So it's really it seems kind of random, but yeah, it's being looked into. The last one I had that we've seen a lot today, the daily high value targets. So there seems to be an issue where basically we have a bunch of daily high value targets. So every day some of them are going to be selected as the dailies that are available. But if it's selecting some that were actually completed the day before, these will still show as completed for you, so you will not be able to do them again. So they basically don't reset. Only the new ones that have been selected will be available, but the ones from the day before will not be, also being looked into.
Okay, guys, so that is it. That is all for this week's second State of the Game. Yeah, I was kind of surprised that they even had a second one. I really didn't even think there was going to be any maintenance, but here it is. And of course, KON's got your back to give you the scoop. I mean, I know this is a little bit late for some people, but I think the people who actually watch these videos are not watching it so much for the information, but more for the interaction. Because as a YouTuber, a small YouTuber like me, I really kind of value the connection between me and you, and that is why I read all of your comments and try my best to reply to them. So if you enjoyed this video, if you like this video or this kind of video, then please remember to give me a like, leave a comment in the comment section, and all that other good stuff. One thing I want to mention, because there is a tiny little bit of time, DZ6 was updated for their vendor, and they're selling some of the new gear set stuff. I didn't make a video about it because I really wasn't playing around with the vendors. I was actually on the other end by the fireballs. Anyway, no excuse. That vendor does have some things for sale. The other vendors in the rest of the Dark Zone did not update, so you don't have to worry about that. But there was one small issue where some things went up in rank. You had to be like DZ 80. But anyway, if you need some things to pick up for your gear sets and you can't get your hands on some things and you have DZ credits, you may want to check out DZ6. There are some blueprints. But the weekly update for the Dark Zone is going to be basically for me in a few hours. So I'm going to put this video out, and then I'm going to put the next video out for the update for the weekly vendor. So be on the lookout for that video. It'll be coming very, 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 very soon. And that is about it. So I am KON, TDK Mr. So Real, and until a few hours from now, the next video with the Dark Zone stuff, the new blueprints, I'm out.